FightHype.com here with Jonathan Thunder Navarro, 17-0 in the super lightweight division. The co-main event next month, March 20th, live on DAZN in Fort Worth, Texas. Main event, Virgil Ortiz, Mighty Mo Hooker. He'll be facing Pablo Cesar Cano, who's fought a lot of tough guys. Jonathan, man, first things first, bro. Coming from East LA, you had to sign with Oscar De La Hoya, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a must. It's East LA. You have to. He's from East LA, so you got to. It's a must.
Did you watch him growing up at all?
Grow up, yeah. I watched his fights a lot, but I was more into, Marquez. I love Marquez. Gotti, and that Marquez was just a monster. Back then. Even now. His last couple fights still, he still had it.
Yeah, he retired with juice. He still could fight.
Yeah.
In that Alvarado fight, right?
Yeah, still seeing videos of him. Yeah, still seeing videos of him training and everything. He still has it. He still got that little style. He still has his thing.
But it sounds like you looked up to the Warriors. You mentioned Gotti. So, but
oh yeah.
So you could tell because I know you like to get in there and get to the body. With this fight with Pablo Cesar Cano, is this fight? Do you want to get in there and trade with him, or do you have to box more against this guy? He used to be a 140 pound, or he still is a 140 pounder. But
I mean, to be honest, I know it's just that pride that you have as a Mexican that the moment you get hit, you just go at it, you just want to, you just want to go to war, see who can take it, who can stand, the last one standing. But honestly, I kind of want to test them out a little bit. But as the rounds go and everything, I know it's going to come to a point where this is going to be, who can stand, who can take it, who can last longer, and who's the last man standing.
What does that mean? You maybe box a little more early on, or from the bell, it's going to be toe to toe.
I hope. I can't promise anything, but I hope to box. The first couple of rounds, test him out, see what he has. I mean, obviously we did spar back in 2019. I was getting ready for my last fight in October. He was getting ready for Ortiz. So I had a feel to him. I kind of, know what he's going to be bringing into the table because the sparrings that I have with them were exactly the same throughout his other fights. So I kind of know his little punching patterns, his little patterns that he has. They're all the same, for every fight. Even sparrings, he throws the same patterns out. So I feel like I have an idea of what to expect from him, but at the same time, it's been a while since he's fought. He might change things up. He might have learned something new, or he might have just stayed the same. But like always, we're ready to to adapt to new things. If he is going to bring anything new to the table. If not, we're ready. We're ready for anything.
Do you know from the sparring alone that you can beat him?
Yeah, I just sparring with him and everything. I felt like I was able to beat him. Not too long ago, I actually did post a little video on my story asking for that fight too. I believe it was like a year ago. I had asked for it, and now I got the opportunity. But at the same time, it is different from sparring and fighting. You got the 8-ounce gloves. You don't have a headgear. So it can be different. It can be different or it can be the same. But I'm excited, man. I'm really excited for this fight.
Yeah, I mean, stylistically, it should be, nothing but entertainment. But, he knocked out Jorge Linares in the first round, his second to last fight. A lot of people thought he beat Paulie Malignaggi. He was ahead on the cards before Eric Morales beat him. So with that said, what's your thoughts on what beating this guy can do and the fact that he's in the top 5 in the world in the WBC? It's for the international title from the WBC. So what would this mean for you, Jose?
So for me, it first of all, it just mean a lot beating a name like Cano, the experience he has, everything he's gone through, all the fighters. That's one thing for me. It just be a big, like, wow, I did it, And another thing would be it opening up doors for me, doors that, I didn't have open, like maybe getting my name mentioned, for opportunities for a world title. It's all in all, it'd be a opportunity. It'd be a door opener for me. It just opened up so many doors that I just can't wait for, and I'm really looking forward to all those.
I know you mentioned sparring him earlier. I know in Robert Garcia's camp, you must get a lot of great sparring. Who are some of the best fighters you've sparred with?
So far right now, we've been sparring with, who has it been? Ruben. He's the one out from Coachella, Indio, around that area. So we've been getting a lot.
Is it?
No,
not Ruben.
Rodriguez.
Yeah,
Ruben
Rodriguez. Yep.
Yeah, so we've been getting some good rounds with him. Another fighter whose name is Alec. Not sure if you're familiar with him. He's been helping me out a lot too.
I also
aside from that,
just your lifetime in the gym. Like I know you sparred Mikey Garcia in the past.
So,
yeah.
Mike.
Like
Josecito Lopez, Brandon Rios, Hector Tanahara. It's freaking. You have world-class sparring there, There's no other better sparring, than that kind of sparring. It gets you ready for a fight. You're basically fighting for a world title right there in sparring. You're going 12 rounds, straight with Mikey, with Hector, and, with Josecito, all in one sparring. I mean, what more can you ask for? What more can you get out of that kind of sparring? It's basically 3 world title fights right there in one. So it's great. It's always great.
And Jose, what are your thoughts on when Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez meet up? Who do you think wins that?
It's going to be freaking – I feel like that's the fight everybody's waiting for. Everybody's looking for that fight. Everybody wants it. And the moment it's announced, the moment that first bell rings, I feel like everybody's going to be all eyes on it. It's just – going to be an electrifying kind of fight. But Ramirez, got my money on Ramirez.
Why Ramirez?
Just because I feel like Ramirez has a little bit more of a style. He has more punch to it. I seen the Taylor versus Ridges. That's how you say his name?
Yeah. Or Regis Prograrius is another way to say it. No, that's Errol Spence. Yeah.
Yeah, so I seen that fight, and I wasn't too he didn't quite surprise me. He didn't he just didn't do anything to stand out, But again, Ridges is, a world-class fighter. He is a world champ. So for me, seeing the fights with Ramirez that he's had, I feel like Ramirez has more something to stand out with, more pop, more everything. It just calls your attention. You just want to see Ramirez fight. Taylor, I don't see anything in him that I would say, Taylor will win this fight against Ramirez. Ramirez has so much to offer.
You ever work with Ramirez?
No, I haven't had the opportunity to train with him. To spar with him, actually. All the time that when I was already going to fight, he was coming in. So we never got the opportunity.
Why, when you watch those guys, do you feel like you could beat them right now? Or is it you need the 12-rounder, you need, you got to build up to a fight like that? Or
honestly, every fighter's going to be confident in themselves. They're going to say, I can beat them now. But at the same time, you know, you have to give them their respect because they are world champions. You know, they did earn it. They weren't given. But honestly, I'd say after this next fight, maybe I'd be able to see like, okay, you know, like I feel more confident. I feel like I can do something. You know, I feel I can do something with a world-class fighter. If I'm being a next champion, I honestly would say, you know, I'd be able to do it, obviously, because I have confidence in myself. I know what I can do. And, you know, we both bleed. You know, we both breathe. We both have two eyes and two arms. So, honestly, it's just a matter of who wants it more.
Right, right. And before I let you go too, Jose, I just want to get your thoughts on the main event that night with Virgil Ortiz and Mighty Mo Hooker. Who do you expect to win that fight?
I have my money on Virgil just because Virgil has proven himself. You know, you can't take nothing away from Hooker because he's been a world champion. You know, has fought a lot of great names. You know, his only loss is to Ramirez. So honestly, I can't take anything away from Hooker, but at the same time, you know, Virgil has been just surprising everybody. He's been training hard. You know, I see him at the gym, so I know his training. I know that he's been, you know, killing his butt off in the ring and everything. So honestly, I'm always gonna go for. I'm gonna support my teammate. You know, I have my money on Virgil for that same reason that I see him and I know he's ready.
Jonathan, as a fellow fighter, you know, and seeing him up close in the gym when no one's there, how good is this kid? He's got high hopes.
He's very good. You know, he trains his butt off. You know, he's there. He talks to you, but the moment that bell rings, it's just, you know, he turns back around and just hits the bag, you know, so he's focused. Right. And, you know, I just, you know, very thankful to be working alongside fighters like that, you know, that aren't just there to play around, you know, waste time in the bags, none of that kind of stuff. You know, everybody in the gym is just there to work, there to get their thing, you know, there to accomplish a dream, a goal that they have. And that's why everybody pushes each other over there in RGBA.
And can he get, and this is the last one, Jonathan, can he get to the level of a Spencer or Crawford?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I believe so. I believe he can. You know, the way he is looking and everything, I believe he will very soon, too.
Well, I know you're hoping for a knockout in your fight, probably in his fight as well, March 20th, live on DAZN, taking on, you know, Pablo Cesar Cano, best opponent of your career. From what you said, it sounds like it's going to be a war because you're going to fight in the style that you love to fight in, and so will he. Any last words to boxing fans, man? That fight should really be one hell of a fight.
Oh, yeah. Don't miss it because, honestly, it's going to be a fight that you're not going to want to keep your eyes off since the moment that first bell rings. You know, it's going to be all out, action-packed. Like I said, I can't promise that I'll be boxing the first rounds, but I'll try. I'll try. You know, I'll try at least to give it 1 or 2 seconds, maybe. But it's going to be a great, awesome fight, man. I'm not going to want to miss it.
Are we going to see that 2-piece to the body that you love? That's like the
most likely it'll be given there. You know, it'll be given there a couple of times.
It's beautiful when you let, you know, the left hook to the body and followed up with the right, man. That's like the signature Jonathan Navarro. But
no. Yeah, no, hopefully I can get it in there, and you know, hopefully that's the punch that ends it too. So we, you know, just don't miss that fight, man. It's gonna be awesome.
It really will be. Thanks so much, Jonathan. Can't wait for March 20th.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.